here. Pardon me while I relocate the camera just a bit. I apologize. I thought I had it perfect. Evidently it slipped.
Oh, no.
Anyway, it's shaving time, shave of the day with some Hydra, Dr. John's style today. Never have had the opportunity to use this before today. So we're going to see how it does. Handcrafted in Delaware, and Dr. John's does a great job. I've owned several, and I still own several of his products. This is Hydra. It includes lemon, orange, grapefruit, also mandarin, lime, bergamot, and it smells wonderful. I'm going to go ahead. I've had it blooming. It's a soft soap, and there's no sense in having to bloom it at all, unless you just like to have it a little moist, and that's what I do. I personally like to have it a little bit moist when I put the bristles on it, and that way it sort of absorbs a lot faster, and it spreads a lot easier and quicker. Also, I tend to not get a little too much product if I get it wet like that. If it's all straight out of the can, I tend to overpack the brush. And with it wet like this, I don't. It doesn't make sense, but that's how it works. I just love the scent. Really citrusy. When I first saw this, I had never had the chance to sniff it before. I had only read about it in some reviews. They were all positive. Oh, look at this. This stuff is ready to lather just off of the bloom water. But anyway, I was under the assumption for some reason that this stuff had a lot of menthol in it. I don't know why. That's how I perceived it by looking at the can. I didn't read enough. I didn't go in depth enough or read to see everything that was inside. And had I read it, I would have owned this product a long time before now, because it has all of the favorite ingredients in it that I prefer. Personally, I was fortunate. I had a good buddy, Nathan Clark. He made a brush for me, a custom brush for my wife, and he sent this to me. I almost called it a sample, but no, this is an actual soap, an actual container of shaving soap. This is the 2-ounce size. They make 2 sizes, I believe. Anyway, it does a wonderful job. I have my pot, my onion soup bowl pot, with just a small amount of water inside. I'm taking off the lid now. Just a small amount of water, not even a lot. Just right now I'm checking it out for temperature. The reason is I have it sitting on this. That's the candle warmer that you can find at maybe the dollar store, places like that. Walmart, they have them. And I use it to keep the pot really hot. So I've got that heating up right now. I'm going to go ahead and take some water out of my brush. This is a Dennis Coluccio with some material from Tom Stone's Beyond Wood Products. A beautiful brush, big 24 millimeter, finest grade silver tip badger. And that's with it wet. Now when it dries down, this thing will, the whole thing will be out to here. It will really stand out. Right now, I'm just sticking the tip into the Dr. John's can, and look, it just takes up the entire circumference. And I'm just going to barely coat a little bit of this brush with the tips like that. See how I'm doing that? I'm going to rotate the sides just to get a little bit on the sides. And that's it. Take it down and get my soup bowl out. Pour out some of the water. I don't want to have too much inside. And I'm splaying the bristles out on the very bottom. This way, I'm going to have a very warm shaving lather. And this stuff is already coming to a big, frothy, marshmallowy type texture. Love this stuff. The smell is just very aromatic, and I like a soap that's the scent lasts a lot. I hope that's what this does. I mean, it's already filled up the bathroom. And there's what it's looking like, very thick. May have to add some water to this. In fact, I'm going to put some on first before I do that. I'll set that over on the side. I have some pre-shave oil already on. This is the Art of Shaving Sandalwood. This is the last of the product. I've got a brand new one, of course, to replace this that I just got. So I'm going to try this out now and see what kind of warm lather we have. Oh, wow. Feels nice. Good and warm. This stuff smells nice. Being along the same lines as their other products, of course. I think I almost sniffed up some lather. I was going to say, being along the same lines as all Dr. John's products, they've always been great. I've got Dr. John's two different soaps from Dr. John's. One is Hex, and the other one escapes me right now. But they've always been good products. You know, anytime I've used them, I've noticed that the latherability. Wow, this stuff is really warm and nice. The latherability, you know, is something nice. The slickness is what I like. Very good consistency. You don't have to worry about it fading away. Wow, I love the feeling of this warm onion soup bowl, I call it. It's actually an onion soup bowl picked up at an antique store. Right now I'm setting it back on my candle warmer. I can't express enough for you to wipe the bristles off on the side of your bowl to get the remaining shave lather down inside of your bowl. And don't put the brush in the bottom, because you don't want to risk heating up your brush too much. In fact, you can add a little bit of water, just a few drops, to the bowl so that it will stay moist and not overcook. I even had this out today for some reason. No reason other than habit, I guess. And right now it's time to bring out Big Bertha. I'm talking about the Wade & Butcher 8/8. Wow. That is a chunk of steel. I love this razor. Put her to work. Does a great job. Just want to wipe that off because I'm going to put my towel over my shoulder here. This is a lot easier. This is the way I think Dad used to do this early on, years ago. I know my granddad did. But I'm keeping my razor dry because I've had troubles dropping it lately. Perfect. awesome. I just love the way this razor performs. I never did know before that I didn't know that a larger razor was what I needed for my large hands. You got big hands, you know, you have to have big gloves. Why wouldn't you have to have a big razor, right? It just makes sense. Oh, I'm just trying to get used to that right there. What do they call that? Barber's knot or notch? Trying to get used to that. But see, that's perfect for getting right in underneath the nostril. That's really good. I guess that's what that's for. Help you to reach those areas that you normally weren't capable of getting with another razor. I had a friend. Yeah, I did, believe it or not. Now, I had a friend earlier today on Facebook. He said something about, right now I'm just getting a little bit of lather on my brush. Oh, that stuff is really nice and warm. Anyway, he said that he had wanted to try a larger straight razor, but just hadn't had the courage. And I'm not sure why. I guess I was the same way. You think, wow, big razor like that, I'm going to cut myself. And honestly, when I used it for the first time yesterday, I didn't know if I was going to or not, but I didn't. Didn't have any issues at all. In fact, it was easier to control than my 5/8. So, what do you do? Right now I'm going to put a little more water on this. Just try to wash my hands off. Don't want to put too much water. Just going to add a little bit here. It's easier, I think it's easier, at least for me, to drip it directly into my bowl. Wow, that really helped. Yes, sir, it did. And it feels so good. Just like a barber's lather that they put on the back of your neck. You know, when you go in and you get a haircut and the barber, he always puts that hot lather on the back of your neck to shave your neck. And that's how this feels. Really feels nice. And I'm going to wipe it back off and set it back on there. Put a few more drops in the bottom, just so that, see, a certain portion of it will sit there and absorb into moisture, as the moisture will evaporate. Sorry about that. I had a little alert on my phone. But as I was saying, a certain amount, since it's sitting on heat, will evaporate. And since that's the case, you want to have a little extra moisture there. So we'll put a few extra drops. Nothing major. And I'm opening up my razor again, going to do my neck area. This does a great job, so much better. Someone told me yesterday, no, it was earlier today, this morning early. They said, I've got news for you. I said, yeah, what's that? This will not be your last Wade and Butcher straight razor. I'll have to say they were right. That's how much I like it. If they're all like this, you know, and I will have to have the larger sizes. I'm willing to try a 6/8. But if they're all like this, then all I can say is, man, gotta have it. Gotta have it. I want one for every day of the week. We'll see. Okay, upward pass now. Can you hear my grandson playing? I can. He and I have played all morning long with his action figures, his Imaginext toys. Have you seen the Imaginext line of toys? I think he has about every one of them. He loves them. Great. And my beard area is just to the point where I want it to be right now. I've been bringing it up some over the past couple of weeks. Well, maybe not that long. Past week. Wow, this is good because right here I have a little area that grows right there. And that tip just helped me get it earlier. That barber's notch, it helped me reach right in the area that I was needing. Fantastic. I love that. Okay. I'm just whipping up a little bit of my lather. I'm leaving it on the candle warmer so I don't have to move it around. Oh wow, this stuff is so good and warm. Feels so nice to have that. I really didn't require any more shaving on my cheeks. I was just going to do the neck area. But what the heck, I needed to enjoy my shave a little more than I thought I did. We'll just do a side pass across the grain. Awesome. And I think that I have really done the right thing by listening to my friends who told me to keep my razor dry. See, this may be something that you guys already think of as something obvious. It wasn't obvious to me. You know, I'm used to swishing a razor around and around in the water and keeping all the whiskers off of it, you know, and that's all I worried about was getting the whiskers out of the double-edged blades, you know, and never had to learn to shave with a straight before, so I didn't know. Takes a little learning and some hot lather. Love this stuff. It smells so great. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my candle warmer that my onion soup bowl is on, my shaved lather. It has a little circular toggle wheel on it. $7 is what I paid, I think. I am more steady with this larger razor. I don't shake as bad. I don't have issues of jerking and hitting some areas that I'm worried about. Seems like I just have more control with a larger blade. I really do have more control. And then I just take it and wipe it off. I don't go downward, I wipe away from the grain of the blade, just as if I were stropping. Now I'm going to check for any missed spots. There's always some right under here. That's where my beard was sort of really thick at one time. And now that I shave it, I have to deal and contend with the extra thick portion right under there. I'm going to put a little more lather on here. I smile every time that I hit this warm brush on my face. It's just amazing how it feels. I like it a lot. Okay, drying my hand off. I had to rinse it off, had a little lather on it. And that's what I never did before. I never did keep my hands completely dry when I should have. This does an excellent job though. Perfect. I'm finished. That is it. Time to close shop, boys and girls. Now that's a big door. I'm going to sit it over on the sidelines. Let me show you though. I'm not done with this. All right, number one, we've got this, I know it looks sort of grimy and grudgy, but this is black horn, and it turns colors in the light from a light gray. I know it's hard to see, but I wish you could see it. And it's heavy. It's not real heavy. It's like heavy duty. It doesn't like bow and bend like a piece of plastic. And I like that. This is how it looks. And it's hard to believe that a Wade & Butcher is in such good shape. I mean, sure, it has some pitting on it, just a little bit here and there. It's going to. I mean, you can see there, right there, and right here on the tip there, and up in here, right there, and then right here. It's going to have some pitting on it. Look how old it is, right? And that's okay, because for the most part, I would say this one is like probably an 8.5 on the perfection scale, and some majorly thick steel. You put this razor in your hand and you know you've got a razor in your hand. It's not so heavy, you know, that it's difficult to deal with or anything like that. It's just the fact that, I don't know, I can't explain it. Someone else told me that they couldn't explain it to me. I would have to get one and try it out to see what they were talking about, and damned if they didn't know what they were talking about. They did. Perfect. I like it too. Okay, we're going to put on something today. Brand new product. Not really new, but new to me. I just filled up this bottle. This is a vintage Lilac Vegetal bottle from S.O.T.D. This is the original bottle with the Bakelite cap. It has the P on it for Pinot. Can you see that? Anyway, it has the grooves made into the glass, and the design, of course. I was amazed to find this bottle in such a pristine condition with a label still attached, even around the top. So, you better believe I was glad to grab it up, fill it full of Lilac Vegetal. They still have that product available. First time I've used this stuff. Man, it will set you on fire. It's nice. Good stuff though. I love vintage bottles, the barbershop bottles. They're just great. Nothing any better, to me at least. And after doing all the damage to my skin with a big old razor, big old honking razor, surely you want to repair some of that damage, and you gotta fight the war against razor burn with a little razor defense from Neutrogena. That's what they call this. Yeah, razor defense post-shave lotion from Neutrogena, and this stuff will help your skin. And I like to put it on thick. Obviously, right? And then I blot it and wipe it down. This stuff smells nice too. It's nothing strong though, and it dissipates rather quickly. And there we have it. I am done. I have officially reached ho status. Ho status, baby. You betcha. I'm there. I am there. Good one too. Great shave today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it so much. I really, truly do. Get out and have a lot of fun today if you get the chance. If you're at nighttime when you're watching this, then change tomorrow. Make it different than what you did today. Have a little more fun out of life, okay? And pay it forward when you get the chance. Give a friend something other than a hi, how are you? Okay? Peace.